Hey guys, Okami here, and I want to welcome you to my new series of Armored Core 1, Enemy Analysis. In this series, we'll be looking at the different stats and weaknesses of the various MTs and enemies throughout the game. Now without further ado, let's get right into it. The first enemies we'll be looking at are the Storks. These enemies are the large gray reverse-legged MTs you fight in the Raven test, as well as the AC test. They are unmanned and most likely developed by Raven's Nest, as we only encounter them in missions relating to Raven's Nest and the tests we do in our AC units. To test the amount of AP an enemy has, I have taken various different weapons into missions and counted how many shots it takes to kill the enemy with each weapon, then multiplied that number to determine the amount of damage we did. Once I have all 6 of these numbers, I average out the solid shell and energy weapon damages to find the overall AP against the different damage types. Storks were able to take significantly more punishment from energy weapons in contrast to solid shell weapons. With the XC4, they were able to take 9 shots, or 6,946 damage, before breaking down. And with the XP2000 pulse rifle, they were able to take 23 shots, or 4,600 damage, and finally with the XP1000 pulse rifle, they were able to take 16 shots, or 6,960 damage. When we average these numbers out, we get 6,168 AP when shot with energy weapons. Now let's see how solid shell weapons fare. With the AR-1000, I hit the MT 54 times before it broke down, which is equal to 5,670 points of damage. With the RF-9 sniper rifle, they were able to take 10 shots, or 5,300 damage, and with the HG-512, they took 13 shots, or 5,681 damage. These numbers average out to be around 5,550, more than 600 less than the amount of damage they can take from energy weapons. And while this doesn't sound like much, when you're fighting a couple of them in one room, it can make a difference. Now let's talk about their damage. They can rack it up pretty quickly if they try, and they may decimate your AC when working in groups. I built 3 ACs to test their damage and recorded the different values. Against a low defense AC, they were able to deal 383 damage in one burst, and against an AC with decent defense, they dealt around 336 per hit. And finally, against an AC with the highest defense possible, they were actually only able to deal 93 damage per hit. These defense tiers are based on the 3 different weight types in Armored Core, so we can get an idea of how much damage they will do to your build. But I also took the liberty of averaging it so we can get an idea of what their base damage is, and it turns out to be 271 damage. For the final part, we will discuss what tactics you should use and what seems to be the most effective ways to deal with them. These MTs are fast while moving in the air, but very slow when moving on the ground, as can be expected due to their reverse joint legs. So you'll want to target them when they land, and make every effort to avoid their attacks while they are in the air. This makes it so the damage exchange is minimal and you can destroy them without risking too much AP. I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more enemy analysis videos. I'll be doing one for practically every enemy in the game if I can get around to it, but the next one being the Shiranus. So make sure you stop on by for that, and check out the links in the description if you want to see more Armored Core content from various creators in the community. Thank you, and have a good day. Now let's talk about their damage. They can rap. Damn it. Yeah, Storks can rap, guys.